Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Shingeki no Kyojin, or you could call it Attack on Titan, on chapter 109. Now, I'm pretty sure all you guys might be asking right now, why is it that your recap come up at least a day late or something? Well, the chapter was just got translated late at night, and I didn't know about it, and it was like past 12 o'clock, and I was tired. I needed my sleep. Honestly, I'm not gonna do and I had some other stuff to take care of in life, etc. So yeah. Alright, enough of me rambling on why my freaking recap of a chapter of Shingeki no Kyojin or Attack on Titan is late. This chapter right here was pretty tense, honestly. Things are shifting into an event that could really cause chaos, apparently. And I'll get to that just a moment. Maybe after I'm done with this recap and explaining it in a little bit more detail as best as I can, you may have an idea. So let's just get this started. We have to it that Gabi and Falco, you know the girl that apparently found them in the last chapter last month. We see to it that she takes them to their home, and we have to it she asks them to stay out here for a while. And we have to it that Gabi was trying to tell Falco, we gotta get the hell out of here, because I think I might have killed that prison guard. And if they find out right now, they're gonna start looking over here for investigations. But Falco tells Gabi, like, we're gonna get caught right away if we don't think very well on this, okay? For the time being, let's just rest here for a bit. I'll explain anything and don't say anything stupid. And we see to it that that there's a man asking Falco and Gabi, like, why'd you guys run away, And we see to it that that Falco explains, like, oh, my name is Ben and she's Mia. We're siblings, we actually had some trouble with our parents and we decided to run away. So I'm asking you, let's stay here for a while, for a few days. And he goes like, oh, that's fine. If you need to stay here, that's fine. Welcome to the Bros stable. Feel free to stay here as long as you have to, Let's have some breakfast for a bit. And we see to it that the young woman pats Gabi's head, but, well, we could call Gabi Mia, but we're going to call her Gabi anyway. But Gabi instantly just whacked her hand away, and everyone's like, what are you doing? And we see to it that Falco explains, which he never reveals his true name or something. He just calls himself, like, Ben, I think, whatever his name is. Yeah, Ben. But aside from that, we see to it that Falco's like, oh, don't worry about my little sister, She's just freaking out a bit. Hey, let's dig in. And we see to it that after the scenery switch with breakfast here and there, there's a scene with, like, that Japanese woman that's one of the Ackerman family, possibly, who has some relation to Mikasa, comes by to see, like, I forgot the other guy's name. It's been a while or something. But all I know is that she came here to deliver something, which is some kind of modern technological advancement. And we see to it that the guy says, oh, thank you, I'm really appreciating the fact that you're helping us out, even though what's going on here and there. And we see to it that, like, he says, like, you're more than welcome to come by again. I mean, the island is already considered dangerous, And we see to it that they got the first airship which uses iceberg stone as fuel in the world. We'll make sure we will make sure to see the power of the rumbling, which I go like, what the hell are they planning to do, And we see too that Hange gets blasted by a bunch of people right now, especially news reporters, asking what the hell is happening. Why did Eren get arrested? What's going on here? Civilians are moved out in the Shinganshi district. What's up? And we see to it that, like, that Hange says you should go ask the soldier. And we see to it that one of the reporters many years ago says, Hanji, explain this to me. 4 years ago, you guys revealed the truth to the entire world, and you gave us a future, but why are you trying to arrest Eren Yeager for? What in the hell did he do wrong? And they go like, why is it that you said the truth should be known to everybody, so have you changed your stance or something? And Han says, the situation has changed because the walls have opened and we've connected with the rest of the world, meaning information has changed. And we have to it that one of our old characters many years ago, which I forgot his name, honestly. All I know is, like, I think he was the one that helped out Levi's crew, etc. Levi helped Levi out or something, and he did help out in season 3 of Shingeki no Kyojin the anime version. Okay, enough of me going off of that. We have to it that he did ask, can you tell me what's up? Can we still trust you or something? And Hanji explains, it's all for the sake of the people of Eldia. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. And we see to it that Hange ends up talking to the people who leaked out information about Eren, you know, which is Holger, Beam, Luis, which is the new recruits apparently, especially Flock himself. And we all know Flock, you know, sometimes he has this thing about like being kind of like overboard because of what he is. I mean, we do have a certain reason why, but yeah, aside from that, let me continue on. Being a little off topic. Okay, Hange ends up asking, like, why'd you guys leak out information about Eren Yeager? And Flock's like, well, we want Eren to be free. He's done nothing wrong. He did what he had to do. We faced a powerful enemy and came out victorious. The victory is overwhelming power of the rumbling, and it's all right of existence. Eren saved the lives of every citizen of the new Eldian Empire. But we see to it that Hange explains it's Eldia to be precise, but this victory also gave the military forces around the world to launch an all-out attack on this tiny island. Don't you think that endangered our the right to exist instead? They think we should be extinct. And we see to it that Flock explains, like, if we didn't have the rumbling, I suppose it did, but either way, if we didn't have any power at all, we won't be able to live on this tiny island. But Hanji explains, like, there's no guarantee that this rumbling would work as we expect and save us all. To be honest, it's nothing more than hearsay. Who knows if it's like some kind of false thing. But Flock explains that's because you kept Eren locked behind bars because of what he can do. And we see to it that many people are saying, like, can we afford to waste time like this? If this continues, our recent great victory will become meaningless. And we see to it that Flock explains, like, the one who will lead this nation is Eren Yeager. I ask you that you free the guy immediately. And Hanji is like, yeah, you may have a point, but nevertheless, I was the one who decided to go through Zeke Yeager's plan. It's all my responsibility. Whoever acts on their own and becomes reckless, I won't forgive them. So I'm gonna send you guys to your cells right now for leaking information about Eren Yeager. You got it? And Flock goes like, I hope and pray for victory for humanity within the walls. And Hanji, remembering the time when she tortured someone, the guy that leaked out information about Historia, he ends up saying the stage always needs someone in this role. When one actor leaves, another jumps in to take his place. Good luck. And Hanji's like, gosh, this is hella tiring. There's something I need to look into though. And we see to it that Mikasa talks to a girl named Louise, which apparently, to my surprise, it's actually the girl that Mikasa saved, you know? And she ends up having a little small talk with him about something about victory for the Survey Corps and having to breaking things, you know? And we see to it that Mikasa's like, enough, Louise, your sentence will only be extended in the cell. You do understand that, right? And of course she brings up the past, how Mikasa saved her, you know, and knowing that, like, the only way how we're gonna fight is to take action, etc. And Luis asked Mikasa if she was saved by Eren Yeager, and you know, since that day I wanted to be near you, etc. What's the reason you joined the Survey Corps? If it was for Mr. Yeager, his freedom? And then Mikasa's like, there's only one thing I can say, just zip the lip, okay? And she ends up leaving, and Mikasa ends up leaving. Later on, Mikasa ends up having some major flashbacks about Eren being very violent as a kid and killed the guy without no hesitation, you know? And she couldn't get that image out of her head. I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize or what's the meaning behind that. But one thing for sure is, like, we all know what Eren did, and things are not looking so great for him right now. But many people could argue, like, even if he did not attack on the stage that Willie was on, I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway, because the whole world will go after Paradise Island either way, even if they try to explain themselves or try to do this diplomatically. But aside from that, we see too that Yelena ends up talking to Commander Pixies apparently, and says that we're very grateful for what you have done here and there, but you know, we have to that Flock Forster has been leaking out information about Eren Yeager. Not to mention, like, some other stuff has been going on. You, Yelena, have you You were only there was only a building that was a few kilometers away from Eren Yeager's residence at that time. I believe it's possible you made contact with him. So, seeing how Eren started acting on his own afterwards, either way, I'm glad to have an excuse to converse with the beautiful lady like you. I could talk to you all day long. So, pretty much in the scene, without a lot of detail for you to understand, Commander Pixies was talking to Yelena for a bit, and is possibly interrogating her because she might be behind some scenes that might be a little out of proportion, but we'll have to see. We see to it that Gabi and Falco are trying to clean up the stables, and the horse ends up biting Gabi's hair, and freaking like she ends up falling down and gets hurt, you know. And Falco's like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And Gabi's like, "What the hell is happening, dude? This was an act of the devil's. What wasn't it just a horse? This horse isn't going to give you a ride and run away with you. You understand that, right?" And we had to it that Gabi's like, "Didn't it receive Equison training? We can't get information. We stay here." But Falco's like, "I think it's better to not be reckless and move around like a maniac, okay? Look, let's stay here and wait until we're rescued. The nation's military committed such atrocity against Marley, the whole world will send the troops to attack this nation. My brother or Zeke will actually save us." But Gabi's like, "Dude, Zeke just betrayed us right now, dude. Why do you think he's gonna save us?" And Falco's like, "There's nothing we can do right now." And Falco's thinking in his mind, I can't tell her that I was the one who delivered the Eren Yeager's letter. Yet, though, it wouldn't matter anymore either way. And now, what was that about, Mia? Am I your little sister or something? It doesn't. And Falco's like, "It doesn't matter right now, okay?" And then we have to that the girl, I forgot her. I think she had a name, but I forgot her name. But one thing was sure, she ends up talking to Falco and Gabi and says it's time for lunch, And they end up having a little small talk here and there, etc. Seeing how like what was this orphanage? What's this orphan about? What's this place all about? And we see to it that she explains like, this is like by the Queen's policy, the children who have nowhere to go will receive much support as best as possible. Children who lost their parents 4 years ago are gathered here. And Gabi, dude, she never learns how to shut up, but I guess she is what she is. She even says like, "It seems you cannot seem to accept your sins. Did you forget the brutal acts of this country that have committed? Every Eldian needs to carry the sin properly. That's how we can open the path to eternal atonement." And she goes like, "What, is this related to the loss of your parents?" And Gabi's like, "Of course it is. The sin doesn't let you run away and pretend to be a good human. You understand that, right?" And she asks like, "What? Is that what you have been taught in Marley or something?" And Falco's like, "Yo, calm down. What are you saying, while we owe her one or something? Stop acting like this." And Gabi's like, "Am I saying anything wrong?" And Falco's like, "Hold up. What'd you say right now? What did you just say earlier?" She says, "I don't know why you guys came here, but you guys are from Marley, aren't you?" And Falco's like, "How did you know?" Well, she explained that she heard some yelling here and there, and freaking Gabi, she grabbed the pitchfork and tries to kill her, but apparently we see to it that Falco's like, "Yo, knock it off, calm the hell down. This ain't the time to cause chaos right now." And two kids show up. "Hey, what's up? Why are you guys fighting?" And we see to it that the girl says, "Oh, it's just a simple fight. She got jealous here and there, tries to get friendly. That's all." And go like, "Oh wow, Kaya made some new friends." Well, her name is Kaya. Sorry, And we see to it that like, don't play with tools. It's a little dangerous here and there like that. And Kaya asks Gabi like, if I wanted to report you guys, I would have done so already. Come on, follow me. I want to show you something. And we see to it that Kaya says like, when the Titans appeared in the walls 4 years ago, this is where I lived in my village, but it wasn't very big and only 3 meters tall. But when it came to the Titan, it ends up having to like cause some ruckus and people ran away, etc. Kaya therefore further explains what happened to her many years ago, that a Titan almost killed her mother, and she couldn't stand there at all, and she couldn't move, because she was in total shock. But someone ends up saving my life, etc. But before she gets to that, she therefore asks Gabi, like, my mom just my mom, what did she do? You know, I don't understand why they hate us so much. I mean, there's people outside the walls that calls us devils. Like, what do we do to deserve this hatred? And Gabby, apparently, maybe because of Marley's brainwashing or freaking false history, is inside her head and goes like, look, it's because you for thousands of years, you guys have been slaughtering people over the world. You understand that, right? And Kai's like, thousands of years? And Gabby's like, yeah, to think you forgot all that? For thousands of years, Eldians used the power of the Titans to subjugate and exploit the world, stealing other cultures, forcing people to give birth to children they don't want to, killing an uncountable number of people. Even if you delve inside the world, turn a blind eye, the whole world will never forget these sins, and that's why things turned out the way they are now. Stop pretending to be a victim. Of course, Kaya's like, but my mother was born and raised in this area. I don't think she's done any of those terrible things. And Gabby's like, well, 100 years ago, your ancestors committed an unforgivable sin. And Kaya's like, 100 years ago? But what did we in the present do wrong? What is it that we're doing wrong right now, huh? Like, right now, what we're doing. What is it why are they trying to hate us right now? And Gabby tries to say, like, recently you destroyed my town. And Kaya's like, my mom died 4 years ago. That's not her fault. And Gabby's like, well, your ancestors massacred people around the world. And Kaya's like, my mom didn't kill anyone. Mia, answer me. Why did my mom deserve such a painful death, huh? There must be a reason behind it. It doesn't make any sense. Why was my mother eaten alive and I couldn't be able to do anything, huh? Why did she have to die? And therefore Falco says, it was just a mission, okay? From what I know, when we invaded Paradise Island 4 years ago, one of the objectives was to survey the enemy's power. It was an experiment to gauge the enemy's strength. You and your mother got caught up in it, and I'm sorry your mother had to die in the middle of the crossfire. This is not something she deserved, and I apologize for that, you know? So, we see too that Kaya and Gabby's like scolding Falco, dude, you really had to reveal the secrets to an enemy nation, and then you apologize? Well, that's because Falco was caught in a certain crossfire of information between Eren and Reiner, you know? Gabby was not in part of that, and she may not understand. And because of Marley's teachings or freaking false statements and fraud about the history of aliens, it's in her head. And we see to it that, like, Kaya's like, thank you for letting me know, Ben, but you don't need to apologize just because you were born in Marley, etc., you know? And Falco therefore asks a question to Kaya, like, how did you survive that situation? Kaya explains that someone actually saved me, you know, and fought the Titan. As I was like, I was defenseless, she became my shield and rescued me. And she said, run along this road until you find someone who can help you. That's what she told me. And this person was Sasha. The only thing that I don't think she knows yet is like, if she was alive, she would never abandon you guys who have nowhere to go, just as she didn't abandon me, you know? And Kaya explains, like, the Bros family was invited to the restaurant where the Marleyans work. Let me take you there to meet them. I don't know if there is a way back to Marley. And Gabby's like, why would you do this for us? And Kaya's like, I want to be like Sasha. That's the reason why I want to do this, you know? So, overall, without a lot of detail and a lot of, like, speech bubbles, me giving it to you, is that Gabi and Falco take shelter thanks to, like, Kaya's help, you know? And, of course, they do get to know each other a little bit better while Gabi runs her mouth saying that that you guys have committed a lot of sins, and Kaya's like, what did my mother do wrong, you know? And Falco explains the situation why her mother died in a crossfire situation act, you know? As for Hange, her job is becoming much, much stressful right now because information was leaked about Eren because Flock and the others wants to release Eren from his cell because he's the one that can help us out the most. And, of course, they get sent to the cells while Luis ends up having a little small talk with Mikasa, and Mikasa does tell her to just zip the lip, you know? You caused enough trouble already. So, we see to it, of course, Mikasa has a bad image about Eren having to kill someone as a little kid, you know? Staining his hands with his own blood. That's just a reminder that even though Eren might be idiotic and reckless, he did kill someone. So did Gabi. So, talk about similarities. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from that, like that's about how I could summarize up in this chapter. You know, one of the things that actually caught my attention most was like Gabi and Falco talking to Kaya. You know, because this is where Gabi's influence from Marley's brainwashing is tucked into her head. And I'm gonna say it right now. A lot of people hate Gabi. I won't deny that. At some parts, I do hate her at the same time too, especially when she killed Sasha. But I'm pretty sure you guys might have to get the idea or understand that Gabi was raised in the Marley false history of what Marley gave them about the Eldians, you know? Not to mention, she had a lot of her friends killed in her hometown, destroyed in the Marleyan district. It's not easy for her to, like, calm down or even get the idea of what the heck is going on here, you know? Not to mention, like, Hange trying to control the situation right now because it's chaos right now. Something about Eren and the others want something about Eren being arrested and they want him free. Even a lot of people are asking, like, what the hell is this matter right now, huh? That kind of thing. So yeah, I'm sorry if the small summary that I gave out towards the end of this video is more complicated. If you guys read the chapter already, you may get the idea. I mean, I'm sorry for being a little like confusing with certain details and being off topic during my recap, but that's just me. Aside from that, like I said, Gabi and Falco talking to Kaya, etc., bonding with her, while Hange trying to control the situation because a lot of chaos around, especially when leaked information about Eren Yeager being locked up is like out of control. So, and of course, that scene with the Japanese woman giving some kind of equipment to what's the guy's name? Forgot his name, but whatever. But aside from that, that's about it. I don't know what's really bound to happen next, but Kaya trying to lead Gabi and Falco to the Marleyan district. I don't know how that's going to turn out, especially Yelena. I don't know what her goal is. One thing for sure, if she's still working with Zeke, it could get a little tense. But like I said, things are starting to get really complicated. I don't know what the behind the scenes are for every single character, etc. But one thing for sure, it's not looking so great. Chaos is already starting to show up and situation's not getting any better. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!